Hello guys, and welcome to the fifth and final lecture of the Introduction to Course and ePlan section. So in this section we'll be looking at how to create and use workspaces. Workspaces can be used to switch the entire ePlan user interface. So basically this is your interface here. You can switch your user interface from one representation. Currently we have this representation here whereby your page navigator is located here. Your graphical preview is located here. Your schematic main window is located here. And at the top you have your different tabs. So we currently have this interface. So with workspaces, you can change the entire workspace from one representation to another. So you can create your own workspaces. And this includes changing your navigators. So you can have more navigators maybe to this side of the page navigator. And also maybe if you have a second monitor or a third monitor that you're using, you can have navigators on that monitor as well. And you can change the representation of your toolbars. Maybe you have them docked or undocked. ePlan allows you to create new workspaces or override current workspaces. So you can create new workspaces, as I said, for one monitor or two monitors or three monitors, depending on how many monitors you are currently using. And you can be able to edit them at the later stage or delete them, import them, or export them. So in order to create a new workspace, you'll move to the right of your window, and right here you can see there's an icon that you can click, and when you click on this icon, it opens up the workspace selection window. And right at the bottom you can see that there's edit workspace, and when you click on edit workspace, a new window will open up, which is the workspace window. And currently, as you can see, we are using the default workspace. So we haven't created any other workspaces. ePlan comes with a micro editing workspace and also a Pro Panel workspace if you're working on Pro Panel or you're working on a macro project. So we want to create our new workspace. We'll just click on the new button and we'll name this workspace one monitor. And we'll give it a description to say workspace is for when using one monitor. So basically we'll create the workspace to say when we're using one monitor, this is how we want our display window interface to look like. So we'll just click OK. And we have created a new workspace. We'll just save it and just click OK. So this is how it will look like for one monitor. So if you want to have another workspace, maybe we want to open up our tools and we just want to pin that. And then maybe we want to open up certain navigators. So we want to view certain navigators. Maybe we want to view the cable navigator. And also maybe we want to view the device navigator. And I'll just add another one, maybe a terminal strip navigator. So we can have that. And maybe this is when we were working with two monitors. So we can create another new workspace and say create new workspace. And this is for when we are working with two monitors. And we'll just add a description there to say workspace is for when using So we'll say that workspace is for when you're using two monitors. Or just click there, click save, and click OK. And maybe when we are using three monitors, we can create another different workspace and say maybe when we are using three monitors, usually is when we have also the PLC navigator open. We also have the bill of material open. So maybe we are working with three monitors. And maybe we want to also show at the bottom, show the menu bar. This menu bar at the bottom here. So we'll just create a new workspace for that. And we'll call this three monitors. So it's a workspace for when working on three monitors. So we'll just click OK there, and we'll just click save. Okay. So when I'm working with 3 monitors, this is how my user interface should look like. Or maybe you can pull this to a different screen. So I'm just moving them to a different screen, and I will take a screenshot just to show you guys how it looks like on a different monitor. So basically I'm just taking a screenshot so that I can show you guys how it looks like. So basically, as you can see, this section right here, I'm currently using 2 monitors, but this section right here is the section whereby I have my PLC navigator, I have my terminal strip navigator, I have my device navigator, cables navigator, and I have my bill of material navigator open. And this side, when you go more to this side, this is the screen that you guys currently see, which is my Eplan main window. This one right here. So you can have that. Maybe if you have more screens, you can open more navigators on another different screen. So Eplan allows you to have that type of workspace, and once I've edited that workspace, I can just click there, overwrite it, and click OK. So the Eplan will just open that workspace. And every time when I open Eplan by default, it will open the navigators on the one monitor, and it will open the main window of Eplan on the other monitor. So this is how you can edit workspaces and use them to your convenience. You can also be able to share your workspaces with your colleagues. Maybe there's a new colleague that starts working today at your company. So because he has started today and he's not familiar with Eplan, you can actually be able to export your workspaces. So I'll export the workspace 3 monitors, and I'll just save it to my documents. So I can save it to my documents, and then I can email it to him, and he can import it into his Eplan. So you can just go on his Eplan, and he can just import that .mxl file into his Eplan, and once he does that, he will be able to import the workspace. I cannot import it right now because obviously I have it, but I can maybe delete this one just to show you guys. So I've deleted it. So I'm only left with the default one, the macro editing one, the 1 monitor, pro panel, and 2 monitors. So I don't have the 3 monitors workspace anymore, but because I've exported it before, I can import it again into Eplan. So I'll just import it again from my documents where I had it saved. So I'll just click on it and say open, and they have imported it into my Eplan, and I can use it. So you can create maybe another workspace whereby you close all these navigators. So you can close all these navigators here. I'll close the other ones on the other monitor, and maybe you can do this, and maybe you can remove this as well, the menu bar. And if you just want to work with your laptop, you have a small monitor, or you just want to work on your laptop screen, and all you want to see is the main window with the schematics, and you don't want to see any navigators, you can also create the workspace for that. So you can create another workspace and say, this is a workspace when you're using laptop. So you can create a workspace like that and save it. So yeah, thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next lecture, where we'll be speaking more about structures and going into detail about what structures are and how you can use them to your advantage. See you in the next lecture.